What is going on, everyone? It's Super here and welcome to another Injustice 2 video, and today we're doing something a little bit different than my traditional videos, which are usually like news videos for DLC characters or ranked matches. But occasionally I do these top 5 lists, or in this case top 6. I was gonna go with the top 5, but there was one extra piece of gear that a lot of people mentioned on Twitter, and I had to include it. This is our list. We could have a top 7, top 8, but today we're doing the top 6 rarest gears in Injustice 2. Now, what I consider gear is anything that gets dropped via a match or mother boxes. So that includes shaders, that includes abilities, and of course, it includes gear. Now, I know that a lot of people are going to be saying, oh, I have this piece of gear, or I have all these pieces of gear. And just because you're very, very lucky in getting these gear drops doesn't mean that they are common. Especially for myself, I have some of these, but not all. And I've played a ton. I'm pretty sure I've played and opened up, more mother boxes than the average person. And there's still some of these that I really want that I have not even seen anyone use online. So let's get into this. These pieces of gear were voted via Twitter. My personal opinion, my personal experience, but also I wanted to get some input from the good old folks at Twitter. So definitely follow me on Twitter, shameless plug right there. But let's start off from the, I guess none of these are in a specific order except for the final one, which I'll definitely be talking about when I get there. But let's start off, I guess, from the bottom of my list to going up. All right. Actually, let's start off with the gameplay piece that you guys are seeing in the background, which I've uploaded a couple videos of, which is the world's greatest Batman chess piece. Now, this Batman chess piece is designed after the Tim Burton 1989 Batman. Now, ironically enough, Michael Keaton in the 1989 Batman movie did not actually use the specific design as the logo on his chest. It was a little bit different because I believe there was some trademarks, some copyright stuff going on at the time of the movie's shoot. So the actual Michael Keaton suit did not have the logo of the Batman movie, which I think is pretty funny. But regardless, this design is really, really good. I think it's the best Batman chess piece that he has because it works well with every single costume that he gets, especially with the classic Crusader and just the default black Batman suits. It just looks amazing. And I didn't even know that this world's greatest chess piece was even in the game. And based on a lot of comments from my videos, a lot of you guys didn't know that this was in the game either, just because I never ran into anyone using this up until, I would say, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I ran into an AI in one of the multiverses using this specific chess piece, and I was shocked. I was like, wow, this looks amazing. And very, very lucky by my part, I got it like a week later, opening up some platinum mother boxes. So this chess piece is definitely, very rare. Moving on here to one of the most wanted gear pieces for me. This is a gear piece that I've been going for a very long time, and I have not gotten it yet. And of course, I'm talking about the Cheetah headpiece, the bombshell era Cheetah mask, which, sort of, she gets a little Catwoman-like, hat that has little cheetah ears, and I think it's by far, like, light years, the best Cheetah headpiece that she has. It actually makes her design look cool, in my opinion, to go along with some of her other chest pieces and arm pieces, stuff like that. I just really do not like the cheetah head. I'm sorry, I really don't. I know it's true to the comic and everything, but I just don't like it. I prefer using Vixen. Vixen is probably the best looking, female character in the game, even though she's a premier skin. She's just really well designed and animated. So this headpiece for Cheetah actually makes me want to play Cheetah, and it's one that I believe I ran into one person who has ever used this, and other than that, you know, in the month that Injustice 2 has been out, nobody else. And I still have not gotten it, even though I've opened up, you know, like, I don't know, at least 50 diamond mother boxes, a ton of platinum mother boxes. So this is definitely you know, one of those very, very hard ones to find. Moving on here, you guys will see a theme going on. A lot of headpieces are very rare for a lot of characters, and this one is another Batman gear piece, which is the Batman Beyond cowl. The gear is actually called the Night Guardian's cowl, I believe, and ironically enough, during the Injustice 2 beta, there were so many duplicates of this Batman Beyond inspired mask, and I thought that this wasn't going to be like the Batman Beyond mask. I thought they were going to maybe add another one or add something that's that looked a little bit different. But no, they actually kept that design and made it a very, very hard piece to get, because I've only ran into a couple people with it. You know, on Twitter, only a couple people have it. And I've been trying to get this bad boy for the longest of time. And I pretty much have like a full Batman Beyond, you know, gear set going. But I'm missing the cowl, and it's the most important thing, obviously, to make the actual Batman Beyond look. So I can't wait to get it, but it's definitely very, very hard to get. Moving on to another headpiece. Now this one is, I don't know, I really don't know if this one is too rare. I just know that I haven't seen too many people using this specific piece of gear, and especially on YouTube, if you like search up this specific gear, only my video pops up as far as like doing a specific video for that gear. And of course, I'm talking about the Elseworlds Flash. Now this is a gear piece that I got very early on in the game, and like I mentioned, just because I got it very early on doesn't mean it's not hard to get, or it doesn't mean it's easy to get, you know, doesn't mean it's not rare, because I have not seen too many people with the Elseworlds Flash. Of course, I've seen people here and there in videos and stuff, but as far as like running into people using the Flash, which by the way, a lot of people use the Flash in this game, there hasn't been, I don't think, anyone that I've run into personally using Elseworlds Flash. And based on, you know, Twitter, a lot of people told me that Elseworlds Flash is, you know, very hard to come by. So Elseworlds Flash, man, I'm happy I got that one, because it was my favorite design in Injustice 1 for the Flash. So I'm happy that, you know, I was able to get that very early. So moving on to the final two. Now this one is actually not a headpiece for a character, but a chest piece. And it's a chest piece that was featured a lot when they were showing off this specific character's gear in multiple trailers and even in the Watchtower and stuff like that. And of course, I'm talking about the Red Sun Superman chest. Now this chest piece, I seriously have not run into anyone using the Red Sun chest piece before. I know it's there, but I have not run into anyone using it. And of course, a lot of people would use it, right? It's very unique. You know, the Red Sun story is very, very interesting, of what would happen if, you know, Cal's pod actually landed in Russia instead of Smallville. So it's a very interesting story. I really like it, and I want to have this specific Red Sun chest piece for Soups, because he's my favorite, you know, character as far as like comic book history. But unfortunately, I don't have it, and I know it's definitely not easy to come by. I don't think it's a full gear set. It might be, but I definitely think this one is a hard one to find. Now moving on here to the final one, and I'm 100% confident that every single one of you guys knows the specific ability that is going to be number one. This is the only ability in my list, and for good reason, because it's one of the most unique things about Injustice 2. It's something that changes a specific character. It changes their playstyle completely, and of course I'm talking about the Staff of Grayson. Now this ability is pretty much Nightwing. So you could have Nightwing and play Nightwing in the game. It's not Dick Grayson Nightwing, but it's still Nightwing regardless, because there are Nightwing gear sets in Injustice 2. Plus adding the Staff of Grayson, you're pretty much playing Nightwing from Injustice 1, because what happens is his trait gets replaced with his staff, and you could do multiple things with it. It pretty much changes the playstyle to Injustice 1 staff Nightwing playstyle, which is really cool because you could do so many cool unique combos that you can't normally do with just normal Robin, because obviously you get the Staff of Grayson. And I have, like I mentioned before, I have both consoles. I've opened up so many platinum diamond mother boxes, and I have yet to have the Staff of Grayson on any of my consoles. Not only that, but I purposely played many games and many AI simulated multiverse events with Robin just so I could have the Staff of Grayson, and yet I still don't have it. Almost 2 months into Injustice 2, and I know for a fact that a lot of you guys feel the same way, and a lot of you guys want the Staff of Grayson but don't have it yet. So we are left in the in the dust of peasants from the people who actually got the Staff of Grayson and are kings at the moment, being able to use that beautiful ability. And I know some people got it the first week, maybe even the first day of the game's release, while we're still trying to get them. So that one is definitely by far the #1 hardest, ability gear in the game to get. It's just the most wanted and the hardest to get, in my opinion. So that's gonna be the end of today's video. Just thought I would do this for fun. Let me know in the comment section which gear piece specifically do you think is very rare to get, or you haven't run into a lot. Maybe you have a specific gear that you haven't seen too many people have. To write your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys subscribed if you are not already. Also, check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.